And now I'm supposed to do a show after that. Hey, everybody, welcome into the company. Thank you for joining us. Tonight is February 24th, 2022. So 22422. I guess we're gonna have palindromes up until the 9th. So all you numerology people, play that number or whatever. Hopefully your crops grow. I don't know numerology. What happens with
Don't.
it? Well,
yeah. You know what happens? I can tell you exactly what happens.
Here we go. Go ahead.
Same thing that happens every other damn day.
God damn it, Rich. I hate you.
Well, but Brian did say it wrong, though. He said play the number and your crops. Right. Lottery and farming are two different things, guys.
I know, but I still hate Rich, though. God.
Jesus. Welcome in. Everybody, hope everybody's good. Like I said, today is Thursday. A little bit after 10. I'm going to blame Sosa for us being late because that's just how it feels like I need to do. Tonight we got a full house. Got me, B. Lenny here. Izzo is watching sports. Rich here. Nick and Evil. Sosa all in the building. Was popping. A few things happened over the past week. Big thing, of course, is the war over out east, I guess you say.
Technically.
Yeah, yes, technically. You have
technically Russia everything is east. Invaded. You just got to take a long way to get there.
Russia has invaded Ukraine. I have heard of casualties reaching up to around 150 plus people. Hearts and minds go out to the people of that area who have nothing to do with the conflict. They're just casualties of war, I guess, is what you'd say. This is. I saw somebody put something on Facebook said I'm really tired of being a part of important moments in history.
I get it. The last 2 years have been wild.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a statement.
Yeah.
Because it's like, could you think about it? It's like you just go back and be like, couldn't we just like redo 2020 again? Just like we just take it back to January 1 and we like
just wear our mask.
Yeah. Just keep that one person on the plane, or like isolate them, or whatever the case would be. Just keep them there, and it's fine.
Hey,
it's like,
but you can't tell them that. You'll violate their rights. You can't tell them that.
Now, if it was the outbreak monkey, it'd be different. But it was people, so
they are the outbreak monkeys.
Damn it.
I wouldn't even be funny.
But he's out of line, but he's right.
That's the truth.
I mean, you kind of wait for Father Time to come back and be like, you know what, fuck it. Let's do it all over. We can't get out of this hole.
We need Thanos.
Right. Snap.
And not that we would ever be invaded by aliens, but they, I saw a meme where they got the Matthew McConaughey, he's smoking. He's like,
yeah.
Like, yeah, we're not going to go
there. Talking about the aliens when they saw what just happened. When it was
right.
Yeah. That's not going to happen. But yeah, hearts and minds go out to those people. I couldn't imagine being that person caught in between conflicts of countries like that.
Right.
Like you're just trying to work and live and raise your family. You just it's very, very sad. And something like that, you try not to think of it happening here, but it could. And even though a lot of things hadn't been told in the news, there have been times when fire has been aimed towards the states and have hit states. But it was just such a small thing, it wasn't reported. So it could happen in our yard. Just got to think about stuff like that. Maybe Canada would get sick of it and whatever.
And do
they're
what?
Too nice.
Act like Drake?
I don't know. Nah, I can't.
No, they're too.
You said act like Drake. Yeah. Wow. So one of the things that did happen that we were talking about all week. What? Oh,
I said, okay. Act like Drake is messing with the baddest chicks in the game. That's what I take it.
And crying about him when they marry somebody else.
Yeah,
I ain't mad at it.
I want to name the outdoor monkey.
Bubbles.
What? Damn it. Here come Rob. Coming in hot.
I'm about to say, what resource would we take from Canada? I'm not saying this, but what? Maple syrup?
Cold. We just take cold. That's it.
Oh, how about
You know, one of the big questions I think a lot of people have, because gas prices are being affected by this. And I think people
that's just
that
a reason
really,
for the gas prices to go up.
Well, yeah, but they're trying to figure out how does this affect gas prices. But I'm guessing that Ukraine has a large source of petroleum? If I'm not mistaken.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah. That, and then there's also grain. Grain's also one of the things too.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so our gas, they're saying by April. At first, I heard $7, but now they're saying by April we'll reach $4 a gallon.
I mean,
we're right there now.
I'm already paying that now.
$3 right now. So
I mean,
staring down the barrel of 4.
I'm paying it now. So
if you putting in 89, you ready?
Oh yeah, right. But these people kill me because they act like 99 cents was like 3 years ago. The fuck? It's been gradually rising every fucking year. I don't. What the fuck?
I remember when gas was 99 cents.
Yeah,
and that shit ain't never gonna happen again. It's life's called inflation.
Nope.
That never happened.
Well, not only that, but keep in mind though, is that people talk about gas prices going up. Remember, they dropped because nobody went anywhere for almost a year. Supply and demand. If you just remember like that Econ 101 principle, you get it. But nah, it's like gas prices went up because the demand went up.
Sometimes I forget what happened during 2020 because it's still an aberration. It's just
we still there.
I've been right, but but not as bad as 2020. Like 2020 was like that was the
you were stuck. Right.
I'm just saying. I think after however long you've been alive, and you got 2 years where things have been crazy.
You gotta think about it too, man. It's like everything was quiet and not necessarily peaceful, but growing and prospering, like as far as nature and everything was in 2020. And as soon as we think we can go back outside and be normal, goddamn war break out. This is why
we can't have nice things.
You can't have nice things. You can't have peace. Can't have anything. And now they're saying Kiev, the capital of Ukraine, has been hit. So I mean, it's full force, man. So our military guys that are gearing up to go over there, military men and women, I hope you guys come home safe. I actually hope this thing resolves itself before you even have to get over there. I know there are already people over there, but I just hope for a really, really quick resolution to this thing. Because it is scary. It's scary, man. You got family members that were not even thinking they were ever going to see something like this, and now they're gearing up, getting pointed over there.
With the same, I think they're starting to squeeze Russia, so I don't know how prepared they are for it. But we'll see, man.
Well, they're freezing all the assets Russia has in the States.
Right.
Yeah. So
does that matter? I don't know if that matters to Putin.
I don't know.
Because there's really not much.
Right.
And when I heard that Ukraine started handing out pistols to anybody who was able-bodied, I was worried. I was like, y'all don't have no kind of defense. Here, you look like you got Parkinson's, but here's a gun.
You saw that the Klitschko brothers are going to fight?
Hell no. They ain't motherfuckers in Germany right now.
No. They said they would.
I know, but they're not gonna.
I'm just stating what they said. I'm not here to say they will or won't.
They'll probably help fund the war effort, but they're not gonna. Come on, man. They're like, think about it. They're both 6'7", fucking moving target. It shoot me is pretty much what they're saying. So ain't no way, man. And they're rich. They're not getting down there. God damn it, Rob.
Rob must be drinking.
Not posting that. Rob didn't finish that bottle from last. I think he's on the what's Blanton's this year. He's on Blanton's today.
Hey, if I said what I said, he could say what he said, but he need to be put that shit.
What?
But anyway, we're gonna get on some like lighter, not as
The slap heard around the world.
So the slap heard around the world. All right, so tell the story so we can go start commenting on this. Izzo, you want to take it?
No, because I don't know the breakdown of it. I could have told you 2 days ago, so you might want to go through it.
So okay, Nick, you know it.
From what I kind of tell, Michigan was winning near the end of the game against Wisconsin. The coach took a timeout. I don't know what the score was. Pretty much, but it was over, so there's no need to take the timeout. Okay. Juwan Howard was not happy with that at all. So at the end of the game, trying to go through the congratulations line, Juwan Howard didn't even look at the old man. He just walked right past him. Mm-hmm. And to my knowledge, the guys ran behind him, the coach for Wisconsin, grabbed his arm.
Stopped him. Mm-hmm. No, he stopped. He didn't let him go past. He stopped.
Yeah, he didn't get past him.
Okay.
He did grab his arm, though. He did grab his arm.
Yeah. And Juwan Howard didn't care for that. And they started having words. And now, did Juwan Howard actually slap the coach or the assistant coach? That's the thing.
He slapped the assistant coach who was
That's what I thought.
That's what people are missing on that. Because the kid came in trying to break it up.
Right.
And, when you're breaking up, you start talking shit to each other, but you're still trying to break it up. Correct. And the coach started talking shit to the kid who was trying to break it up. And Juwan was like, it wasn't that loud. It was like a tap. Like, come on. But
I agree.
The fact that he threw a hand is what everybody's focused on.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck Stephen A. Smith for saying he needs to be suspended for the rest of the year.
Well, he's an idiot for that.
Well, my position. I don't think he should be penalized for anything.
I'm not on that wall.
Yeah,
I'm not either.
I'm just saying, if they let Juwan Howard walk past and none of that would have happened, that was the cause and effect situation. That's the causation. It wouldn't have happened if you let him go. You stopped him. You pulled him out. You took him out of character. You got slapped. And people like to say, he's the leader of men. He should lead by example. Great example. Don't let nobody sit here and push you around and treat you like you're less.
We're in a society that once you start that, and if let's say you go out of sports, you got to think about it. This is work, so you can't slap nobody at work. I know
exactly.
But I know this sounds crazy, but out of that, let's say we just on an even playing out in the streets.
God damn it, Rob.
We got a generation that's ready to pick up a pistol. So I agree. The person should have touched him, but I still feel he needs to be suspended.
Yeah.
He did
have an opportunity to be held back. He didn't have to swing his hand.
Because he kind of did like a Donkey Kong slap too. Like he came from back here. And then reached to tap the man on his face. So
I guess the main thing is you just can't. I don't like to use this expression, but you can't have Pandora's box get open, and you can have just a coach just sit there and swing on somebody else, regardless of how hard it was.
Right.
I mean, So to Rob's point, he only had one other incident. I think it was against Purdue. That's
Purdue. What I was trying to look up just now. So
he had one other incident. Yeah. He only had one other. He's been a coach for 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
2 incidents. Bobby Knight. Let's just go with Bobby Knight.
Come on, he got the coach until 67.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Juwan Howard's only 49, and they ready.
None of us are saying this right.
And let's just name 3 of Bobby Knight's transgressions. Just 3. He threw a chair at a ref.
He popped the plate in the face, hit him in the chin. You remember that one?
If it was closer to it, I probably remember more of them. I don't know why.
It's funny because I don't even know of the sports, and I know who Bobby Knight is.
I hear. What did you say, Nick? I'm sorry. What did you say?
He was getting on one of his players, and I guess the kid wasn't looking at him, and he kind of popped it in the chin to look up at me when you're talking.
Yeah. He did that.
I remember that. I actually remember that.
Do y'all remember the comment? If rape is inevitable, sit back and enjoy it.
Oh shit! I forgot about that. Brian's face. Brian's face. I forgot about that.
And let's not forget what he did to Calbert Cheney.
Oh yeah, you're right about that. I remember.
Hold on.
I remember that one.
The hose.
I'm sorry, we got to go back to that last one.
I don't remember. I don't remember.
Yeah, he said that.
Shit.
It's been documented. It's been recorded. This is not hearsay. This is not rumors. He said this shit publicly.
And still got the coach till he was 60.
And still got the fucking. And I think he said that at Texas. At Texas Tech.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. Exactly. Privilege at its finest.
Always remember.
That's not what I said, Rob. Chill out.
Hey, remember, Coach K is a disciple of Bobby Knight, which still blows my mind.
Well, but I mean,
he is.
But he took the right parts. He said,
no, and that's what blows my mind. It's like, damn, you weren't like him at all.
No,
but see, okay, so to reel it back in, there's a difference between being outwardly aggressive like Bobby Knight and being coaxed into it. This man was not going to do any of what happened that night.
Yes.
He wasn't going to do any of what happened that night. He was going to go back to the office. Go back to the locker room. Maybe he would have threw a chair, kicked the trash can over, or whatever. He was accosted. And when you're accosted, being everything that was going on, you have to defend yourself. I'm not saying he went out, trying to fight people, because you're not supposed to do that. But when you're pushed and you're pushed and you're pushed, you are going to lash out. If they didn't do what they did to him, he wouldn't have lashed out.
Okay, Brian, let me ask you this. So instead of coaches, it's two players. How do you feel the same way if it's two players?
What do you mean? Just like if the same thing happened, but it was two players?
Yeah.
My thing
goddamn Marcus.
Goddamn Marcus.
Goddamn it.
Hey,
again, I'm being dead serious.
No, I mean, I know you're not being funny, but I mean, you expect, and here's the problem: you expect that thing out of kids. The whole hitting thing and acting like.
But they're all over 18.
But then we don't know how it is being a black coach at that level of sports, and we already know things happen to these guys. We already know there are things said to them that aren't supposed to be said. We already know the crowd says things. We already know there's a tremendous amount of pressure. So you're trying to maintain your you're trying to maintain your status, but then you have these people who already probably don't think you're supposed to be there anyway, pushing and prodding you. And if something like that happens in the public.
So I'm gonna ask the inverse side of that. Have y'all ever seen the movie Falling Down?
Yes, I love it.
All right. That movie is about a guy who had a bad day.
Bad Joker. Yeah, had a bad day.
And just essentially just kept spiraling out of control because of the pressure that was put on him.
It was that one thing. It was that
one thing. And he snapped.
Yeah.
Now, in this situation, what you just said is that we should take into consideration how his mood was at the time, not the action that took place.
No.
Because I'm not. No. And I know that's not what you're saying, but my thing is when we're thinking about this, right? We're talking about, because if you look at the situation, all things considered, they were separated by a pretty good margin. My man had to come. He had to come from Pluto to get over. You know what I'm saying?
But Rich, he didn't slap the guy who was talking shit to him.
Right. Yeah, we know that.
That's the other thing.
It just got messed up.
You know what I mean? That's where I'm like, the guy who stopped you, he didn't even catch the slap. If you want to slap him. But
that's what happened. Everybody getting the smoke.
But I mean,
I don't think.
Onto the movie you were just talking about, Falling Down. It was that last thing. Yeah. Anytime anybody has snapped in public, done anything weird in some odd place and acted out, it was that last thing. That person that had nothing to do with the situation at first, he was the last thing.
But I don't think that should excuse what happened, though.
It doesn't excuse what happened. Now, the guy that got slapped, I'm sorry, he got slapped. He shouldn't have got slapped.
No, he should have got slapped.
Nah, but you can tell he was talking
him for 5 games
to the player. He was talking shit to
a
player.
Yeah.
Right.
To suspend him for 5 games for something that he was trying to avoid.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I don't think that punishment fits the crime, if you will.
And they've been talking about getting rid of the fucking handshake line for fucking years now. I mean, why are we still fucking shaking hands at the end of the game? Hey, fuck my dick from half court. Go to your locker room.
Yeah. And the bad part, the horrible part is like when it was happening, like when he ran up to him before the slap, when he ran up to Juwan and grabbed his arm and was yelling at him and screaming at him, and Juwan finally just like, fuck it, I can't take it no more. They held Juwan Howard back like he was the aggressor. Right. Which probably made him more angry. They didn't do anything.
Probably.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Not probably. I'm sure that's.
I mean, I agree with all that too. Though. I think we're all on the same page that he was justified. Just the actual end results what happened. We're all on the same page as far as that goes. Yeah. I think Izzo made a good point too. The thing about it is he still was at his job. I could be in court with somebody. Somebody can make a slick remark to me. I can't go and cold call in front of the judge.
I mean,
I could, but then someone's got to bail me out.
Here's the thing. My thing is, they say it in the military all the time. Pretty much, do whatever your rank can handle. Do whatever your pocketbook can handle. Your wallet can handle. Fuck it. If I'm gonna do something, I gotta make sure. Okay,
that's a good point.
I can do my deductible, because I'm old now, and I can pay my bail.
Yeah. And I'm not saying I wouldn't have took the action that he took either.
I'll take it. Right.
I ain't gonna say I wouldn't have did that either. I just, you have to have a consequence.
I'll take the consequence, but I think that's what I'm getting at. I'm okay with what he did, but there still has to be consequences.
Exactly. Now, again, like we all said too, he did not need to be suspended for the whole season. That's been ridiculous. That's idiotic. That's racist.
I thought he was going to get about 2-3 games. That's what I thought.
Right. So I got a question. Does that include the tournament?
No. The rest of the regular season. That's it.
Yeah.
So not that tournament, but the conference tournament, he can still coach in.
Okay.
So what happened? What happened to either the other coach or the guy he slapped? Did anything happen?
No, he got fined.
Nothing.
Oh, he did?
He got fined. Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was nothing, and that would made me mad. And I'm like,
he got fined, I think.
But I mean, the fine
he should be suspended.
He still got suspended.
Yeah. He did?
He should have got
suspended. Yeah. Oh, okay. I was making sure. Yeah, I agree with that.
See, like I said, now it just looks like Juwan Howard is the aggressor. It looked like he just went out there, lost his shit, and started slapping people.
No.
Nobody else got in trouble.
God damn it, Stephen A. Smith. I want to smack the shit out of you. Yeah, you exactly, Brian. He was trying to walk past everybody.
I agree.
I'm not gonna shake your hand. Leave me the fuck alone.
See? I agree with that.
And now he looks like the aggressor. But now we have this amazing thing that's going around where we're open hand slapping people. It's like the thing to do now. Because my man went to Applebee's and slapped the shit out of this dude 16 times.
Hey.
Wait, what?
It is what it is, man.
When y'all showed that picture, I was like, I ain't fucking with him either. Why did that
It is what it is.
Now, Rich, you have to talk about that, Brian.
Rich, are you not familiar with what happened?
I am not familiar with this.
Oh, yes, we can talk about this.
Hey, before you do, I want to point out it happened in Sumter. Go ahead.
Yes, this is the thing that happened.
And it went national by that morning. It was fast.
Yeah.
And it happened at Applebee's where nobody goes to eat.
So what happened is there was a family there. There was a black family. There was a black family at Applebee's throwing a 21st birthday party for a young lady. That was it was her birthday. So this older Caucasian gentleman approaches the girl that was having the birthday party and starts saying all kind of lewd things to her, sexually explicit things to her.
Okay.
So I think it was the father or the uncle. He goes up to the guy and he's like, leave my family alone, blah, blah, blah. And the guy just busts out, leave me alone, nigga. So at that point,
he says a difference between black. No, he says a difference between black and nigga. That's what he said. I don't understand how that came about.
Oh, and plus he said that he was. Plus he said he was the white Mandingo or something like that. Tells the girl that he's like the white Mandingo or something to that effect. So
this motherfucker was 60 years old.
Yeah. So the father
60 slaps.
The father proceeds to slap this man 16 times, and he's still coming at him. It's like, I'm warning you with an open hand slap, but you still, that's some Sumter nonsense. Yeah.
Yeah, man, them motherfuckers, man.
It gets hype at Applebee's.
Shut the fuck up, Marcus.
And seeing the situation, and that's one of them situations where that can easily be turned into he didn't have to hit that old man. That old man probably couldn't take them hits, and somebody would take the side of the person that got beat instead of the person that was defending his family.
Man.
Nah,
it's the narrative. It's always the narrative.
Yes.
Why did he hit him? Well, he said the N-word. I mean,
that's a non-negotiable. That is a non-negotiable.
Well, see, and that's where a lot of people think that's where a lot of the hang-up comes in. It's like he just said.
And I don't work at Applebee's, so
he just said words. Okay.
He just said words. You have to have a thicker skin than that. Why are you just letting words get you to that point? Blah 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 blah.
Really? He said words. He said the word.
So he doesn't have consequences for his action. He get to walk around and say the word.
I approve of this slapping, right?
Times of day.
These are the same motherfuckers that'll ride on somebody who got a fucking Biden license plate sticker, talking shit. Or hey, you know what? Fuck Trump. Oh my God, we're gonna fight. Shut the fuck
up. Oh my God.
I'm sorry. That was kind of.
That was just funny because I could see them acting like that. That's what's funny.
Oh my God. Oh my God. He's slapping me. Oh my God.
I mean, but I'm still
17 goddamn times.
Yeah, that's the part that I'm trying to did he just go one way?
Black out. You black out?
No, it was. And we'll send you the video, Rick. We'll send you the video. I think somebody can find it in the chat.
Well, I'll give you the bad
all around the bar area. Around the bar.
It was It was like a over and over. It was a regular slap, but it was like in groups. So he would slap him, the dude would stumble, and he'd come back at him, and then he'd say something else, and he start getting slapped again, and then he'd fall and get knocked out for 20 seconds, and then he'd get up and then start getting slapped again. It was in groups.
So let me ask you this question. This is
four packs.
I can't wait to see this.
You're an idiot. I'm a 4-pack. I heard that.
So was he consistently he would fall and he would get back up, come back towards the family, and then they would proceed to issue him a 2-piece or 4-pack, like you said?
Not me, just one guy.
Oh no. Yeah. It was a one-on-one ass whooping. It was and I don't remember if Brian or Marcus said it, but they said the best part of that video, other than the slaps, was the family in the back talking about just
still eating. It was still eating. It's like one kid turned around to look, and his mom looked down like, "Sit your ass down and eat."
That is fucking hilarious.
Like that shit happens all the time at Applebee's. They were just like ignoring the whole thing.
Yeah,
it's like,
here we go again with this shit.
Applebee's, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, but now Applebee's has caught some wind with a little bit of fame, and they popped out these dollar margarita things. Malibu Bahamas.
That's okay. Wow,
they know how to.
Since you're talking about us, drink.
What did they say?
Oh yeah, I put that in the chat. Yeah, with Tito's vodka, which actually ain't that bad.
No.
Wow.
What they say? It's all good in the neighborhood.
Yeah, they do say that. He was drunk off the $1 Malibu Bahamas. Well, I swear some of those drinks they have in there are made with Kool-Aid and liquor. Shit is horrible.
I'll be honest.
You can't drink sugar and liquor like that.
The food ain't shit, but the drinks are straight.
Their hamburgers are all right. That's about it.
I was gonna say their burgers are all right.
A lot of places hamburgers it's hard to fuck up a hamburger, but some places do.
It is, but
it's a headache in the bottle. Tito's don't fuck with me like that.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with Tito's.
Now, if you said Smirnoff or Sky,
Marcus. Oh. It's Marcus. He drinks White Claw. Marcus drinks White Claw.
Bud Light seltzer.
So,
God.
I see the commercials, but I refuse.
I don't know what Bud Light is doing. They keep doing shit with their. I think they had like an orange mango Bud Light or some shit that came out.
Is Bud Light the Mountain Dew of beers? It
must be.
I don't know who they're trying to get to buy that shit. Like, are they losing sales off regular Bud Light?
The answer to your question is yes.
Because of this is the reason why everybody doing seltzers. Because of marijuana being legal a lot of places, and people are choosing to just smoke more so than drink beer. That's why there's been a push on seltzer, because seltzer has been growing.
Which might be the reason South Carolina won't.
And actually, alcohol that's not beer is booming, but beer sales are actually dropping a little bit. That's why these breweries are doing so much shit. It ain't just about the beer; it's about the entertainment and all this, and families and dogs. That's what it's all about now.
South Carolina ain't shit.
I mean, to be honest with you, I'm a beer drinker. I am a beer drinker. I do like drinking beer, but you can't like kill beers and then go out and still have fun because you just feel like you're about to fucking explode.
That's why I don't drink
that. That's why this is important.
That's why
it's not a real convenient drink. Like, you can't just keep going out.
I mean, it's essentially liquefied wheat.
$14.
$14 all.
Hit the there you go. That one right there. Look at that one. Anatomically incorrect.
Surface.
I'm just gonna leave this up for a little bit.
Yeah, and you know what? To be honest with you, that seltzer thing did explode because now we have, when you go get beer from the convenience store, there's like a small area that has regular beer, Bud Light, whatever, Coors, all the other shit, and then there's like 2 whole fridges with just seltzer beer. So, I mean, I guess you're right. That is booming. It's a big thing. People are drinking them. I don't see the point.
It's a fad, though. That can't stay.
It ain't hurting Michelob Ultra sales. I'll tell you that.
I got
so many people drinking that the other night.
Mm-hmm. I got a legit question, though. Since the world's coming to an end.
Oh, shit.
Do you think that they could just come back with the original formula of
Coke?
Four Locos?
Oh!
No. No.
Why? We're all going to be dead soon.
What the fuck is me, Brian, and Marcus and Jason, everybody met each other over there.
That is correct. We did, actually.
Over Four Locos.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Marcus,
I didn't drink any, but yeah.
Yeah.
And y'all stay friends with them?
Yeah, it was all of us drinking them. I think
I wasn't drinking.
To be honest Jason and Brian, not Jason and Rich didn't, but I know me, Brian, and Marcus were drinking.
And you know what? To be honest with you, after drinking 1.5 or 2 of those things, I didn't like none of y'all anyway. I was like, what the fuck?
1.5.
Bro,
after that, I didn't have to drink when we went to 5 points.
That Four Loko shit was ridiculous.
Dog.
They should never do that again.
Wait,
that should never come out again.
Do you know how much money I saved because I drank Four Loko?
Wait, Brian drank 1.5.
Listen, but the only reason is because I bought it. I'm gonna open it, and at that point, you drinking and you don't even want to drink no more. It's like, I don't want to drink this, but I open it. So
you drank 1.5.
Hey, Sosa, do I get my black card back because I like the watermelon flavor?
How the fuck?
That was my favorite one.
God damn it.
I don't know why I remember that shit.
He doesn't like watermelon, but he likes watermelon Four Locos.
Oh my gosh.
Makes sense.
That was the best one.
God damn it, Izzo.
And you know the worst part? The worst part is like buying the watermelon Four Loko and then going to pay for it in the store full of white folk. And they're like, oh, you a real nigga.
Boy, I'll break that store apart like John Wick if I heard that shit.
You got watermelon flavored malt liquor. You got watermelon flavored malt liquor. Just go ahead and ask for Black and Mild too, brother.
Nah, Brian. I think because of where Jason stayed at the time, I'm pretty sure I bought it out of that. Used to be that Hess on
That's right.
Yeah, Broad River. So I'm pretty sure there were no white people there.
For historical purposes, can y'all explain Four Loko and explain the size? Because Brian drank 1.5 of those. What the fuck, dude? How are you still alive?
So saying letting that go.
Oh. Jason hugging his
I know this is a long time ago because I remember we were at his house watching the Carolina in the College World Series. So this is 09 or 10. It was one of those
over there. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Oh man.
But that was one of the alcoholic experiments that I think the alcohol industry was trying that just didn't turn out right because you kept hearing about shit. Like
I kept hearing about people waking up in front yards and shit.
Yeah, they were college. They would throw full local parties. And they said kids would wake up outside, like, and don't know how the fuck they got there.
Thank God I missed that by like 2 or 3 years. Oh
yeah,
my God.
we were out of the pocket on that one.
Yeah.
But so y'all mean to tell me y'all didn't wake up in weird places on Jaeger?
I didn't drink Jaeger till I was grown ass man.
I don't know why they drink Jaeger. I've had Jaeger bomb, and that was just it was good. I'm good on that.
I didn't do college bars until right after college. So before that, it might have been at like a little house party or a club. So you wouldn't see that at a black club.
Maybe that's why I didn't graduate college, because I did.
Well, I know the school you went to sounds like they drink Jaeger all the time.
Well, I mean, we're talking about New Mexico State, which was 40 minutes from Juarez.
And there wasn't a lot of mixing of the people at Carolina. Then, at least, there wasn't a lot of mixing.
We did, but I mean, I don't know how we got back to the fucking dorm rooms, but I remember waking up on the damn campus bench a couple times.
God damn, no.
I mean,
I remember doing dumb shit, but I remember that.
Because back then you paid $7 at the door, and the rest of the drinks for the rest of the night were free.
Man, I wish.
Oh, you know what? You know what I remember? That night when we was hanging out, drinking the Four Locos, I was working at a call center, and we hung out so late that night I had to go straight to work.
That was the same night. I remember that night.
Those days were great.
I went straight to work, and I could still taste the Four Loco because at that point they were selling it in 5 points.
You used to go to work like 5:45 or some weird shit, right?
Oh shit!
Yeah, it was some weird shit. Like
I remember that because I think we text you the whole day. He's like, "Hey, you good?" He's like, "I'm fucking hurt."
Hey, but I bet we
don't went quiet for like 6-8 hours because we don't went to binge.
He slept good for that. He slept good that night though.
I mean, no, it was the USC back then. There wasn't a lot of mixing of white and black people like that back then. Yeah, I saw that, Marcus. That is interesting.
What?
Yeah, that is interesting.
The same guy from Baylor?
The same guy's about to be the OC for Hugh Jackson.
Get the.
Are you serious?
Hey, them niggas gonna be moving up and down the field though.
Hey, but he's gonna say that word too though. Whoa.
No, he just condones rape. That's his problem.
I mean,
I'm leaving.
No. He's involved in the Clinton impeachment trial. That's not my business.
Who was?
Art Browse.
Who is putting this man in a coaching position? Y'all telling me all the reasons he shouldn't be around kids.
Explain that, Nick. Explain that.
He was part of the prosecution. They tried to impeach Clinton. I think.
Wait, the prosecutor is the OC?
I don't know if he was. I just know he's involved in the impeachment of it.
Oh, shit.
Like trying to convict him.
I'm confused.
Okay. So, all right. So in technology news, let's tackle something with technology real quick. We can talk about. All right. So in tech news, if you are or have someone that has a 3G phone or is still holding on to that that flip phone, the major carriers are now dropping their 3G coverage. They are now disconnecting your 3G phones. So good luck telling your grandma she got to get an iPhone. I
would love for somebody to write a book about their 3G cancellation experience, like customer service.
Well, I mean, it was going to happen. It was bound to happen. So hopefully everybody has already made that transition. But this is just something that phone carriers are trying to do. They're trying to start their 5G coverage and their 5G UW. And I'm hearing rumors of 6G already.
People, the jitterbug, they're looking at it like it's going to be here forever, or until I die, which is like
jitterbug.
So you brought up 3G network shutdown. You were talking about phones, but there's one device that I think people probably don't understand that actually is going to get shut down in the process.
What's that?
Alarm systems.
You're exactly right, because you have your alarm system through your coverage.
Yeah, because your alarm system. A lot of people, you don't buy an alarm system every couple of years. I mean, tell you to upgrade, but it's like, But yeah, like if they're shutting down the 3G networks, most people are going to probably have to wind up replacing their current alarm system with something else.
Mm-hmm.
At a cost.
At a cost to you.
Oh, yeah, hell yeah, at a cost. It's not.
So you know what? Ring, Arlo, all of them are going to come up because all you got to do is just replace certain things. You ain't got to replace the whole system.
Right.
When Wi-Fi, steps up or upgrades or whatever.
Well, which would be smart. I mean, when this starts, if one of these alarm companies start saying, "Hey, you can buy this with Verizon, your Verizon phone," since you got to get a Apple phone,
got to get a new panel.
Oh wow!
So that's just one thing that is going on while we're at war and we're at food deserts and pandemics and all this other shit. We're shutting down your phones too.
Who still has how many people really do have 3G
You would be surprised how many of these people in these rural areas live on these farmhouses and all this other shit that still got flip phones. I just needed to make a call and tell me the time.
So Rich, when I was watching Breakfast Club, Patti LaBelle had one on the show.
No, the fuck she didn't.
Hold on, wait. There we go.
She's not fucking with somebody young that told her, baby, that's not what you need to be with.
She said she didn't want all that, but she's gonna have to have somebody carry her phone for her. Because she got money.
She's right. She's got 3 assistants that probably carry all her goddamn purses in her hair.
She keep her son around too a lot. So
I mean, who are you talking about?
Patti LaBelle. I remember her being on Breakfast Club. They were picking on her having a flip phone.
Oh yeah, but Patti, one of the people with a flip phone. She didn't want to learn how to use no touch screen.
Man, Stevie Wonder's fucking blind. I bet you he ain't got a 3G phone.
Yep, just staying right here.
Shit.
I don't know if y'all
did anybody give him the list of people we can't talk about? Nobody gave him the list.
Wait, I love Stevie. What are you talking about?
Bomani Jones has a thing where he always says Stevie Wonder can see. This shit is so funny. I'll be dying.
Didn't Patti do a speaking of Patti, didn't she do a tiny desk recently?
Yeah, I didn't see it. Watch it. Yeah, her and El DeBarge did one I need to watch.
I don't care about El DeBarge.
El DeBarge. What do you
got? I don't care about El DeBarge.
I'm just saying, man.
Yo, when we came into this world, the DeBarges were popping. So,
yeah,
they were popping something, all right.
I'm about to say, when Sosa was born, it would have been Switch right before the DeBarges.
So yeah, they're switching drugs.
Hey,
from coke to heroin.
That unsung on the family.
That unsung is sad.
It is sad. That's sad. Can y'all believe they only had one video?
Wait,
that
really?
Is real. They've Rhythm of the Night is their
That's the only video they ever had.
No, everything else was just put to their performance. If they're performing like on Soul Train or like American Bandstand, that's it.
Hey,
that's
Marcus, I swear to God. I'm gonna put his fucking truck on bricks. Listen. I'm gonna put his truck on bricks. I'm gonna teabag every fucking handle.
And for the listeners later, Marcus said Sosa was listening to that with an escort.
Is that why I ain't got hair no more?
Might be. I might have worn too many fitteds or something. I don't know.
Wow.
No, I'm really surprised that you said I thought they had more than one video.
No,
I thought so too.
Because that was El DeBarge. That wasn't.
They actually said that on the Unsung too.
Yeah, and it was good. El DeBarge had "Here's Johnny." What the fuck is name of that song?
I think all the songs.
Who's Johnny? Who's Johnny? Because that was on Short Circuit.
Yeah.
Oh,
I remember that. I remember that being new. That trips me out.
Just think of all the stuff that was just been sampled.
That was Short Circuit.
Yeah, Short Circuit. You got it.
Okay. Yeah. And plus that song, I Need a Hero.
I
need a hero.
Chill out.
That was Short Circuit too.
Yeah,
that was Short Circuit too.
Oh shit, y'all got
I don't
remember that.
Yeah, because the white dude that was Arabic was not in that or Hindu.
And I found that out in my adult life, and I was like, that was racist.
Yeah.
It really was.
Yeah, that was totally
That's
Brown.
Hollywood.
Yeah, that was
Fisher Stevens. That don't even sound like a foreign name. Fisher?
No.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What do you say? Sosa what? Sosa
No fucking what the fucking choir. Suck my dick.
Oh man. Whoa, we can't say that in church.
I kind of did a couple times.
So if they only had one hit, I mean not one hit, but one video, how does longevity kick in for a band? Like, is it just the few songs that they had were that epic?
Yeah.
Think about radio.
It was sampling.
Movies.
Sampling.
Think
of like a Dream. That's sampled by Blackstreet, Tupac.
Yeah, matter of fact.
Yeah.
You're on this.
Yeah.
Good
point.
But think about the stuff that we watch. Like y'all just pinpoint.
Or remade. The songs were remade. Sorry.
Short Circuit.
Nobody sampled.
Bruce Leroy. Was that the
Oh, that's my shit right there.
The Last Dragon?
The Last Dragon. Like they were I feel like they were prominent in that soundtrack. I know they had at least one song in there.
I'm gonna look that up. Yeah, I like it. All This Love, Time Will Reveal, Love Me in a Special Way, Rhythm of the Night, Who's Holding Down and Now. Damn, that's a lot of songs in a row.
They had
a lot of songs.
How many extra albums?
2 years, dog.
How many extra albums did they have, though?
Are you talking about the whole group?
Five. They had 5 albums.
That's crazy.
Are you
between 1981 and 1987, they had 5 albums.
Only one video.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
But which is wild that they didn't have videos in 82.
Right.
Well, who's gonna
Rhythm of the Night is 85.
I think about.
Well, I don't know if that's when they had a major deal though either. So
I was about to see when they started.
I want you to
think
about who was gonna play the videos. MTV wasn't playing that shit. They was playing no disrespect, but they was playing like the Police or fucking Motley Crue or whatever the fuck.
But really quick, and this sounds random as hell.
Good.
You know who had videos? The Gap Band had videos. I still remember like seeing, not back then, of course, but like later on where they would show like older videos. The Gap Band had videos from like 1979, 80, 81, and they didn't get one till 85. That's kind of weird. But they were promotional elements though.
So again, who was, because I don't
they
know.
They were on Gordy Records, which was I guess an offshoot of Motown, I guess is what I'm reading.
So who was playing the videos though? Because I don't remember seeing none of this shit on MTV.
Oh, so what you out in those streets?
Not a fucking 9-10 years old, motherfucker.
Hey, you sure about that?
I mean,
you know what?
Hey, I watch a lot of documentaries about the Atlanta child murders, and those kids were in the streets very.
Oh, you're right. Hey, yeah, bring it in. You're right.
Wait, hold on. So, like, the video for Who's Johnny, that doesn't count?
No, that's just him.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah. That's when he kind of that's kind of when he went solo.
He tried to go and it kind of didn't really work.
Man,
but he didn't really get into the drugs till late though.
Exactly. Yeah, he was the only one he kept holding off.
Yeah, because remember we said Chico DeBarge disappeared. Chico was in jail.
And then the one guy, he was married to Janet Jackson. Was it James?
James, yeah.
That's just.
Wait, what? Chill out.
Oh, by Earth, Wind, and Fire. He always go to Elements. I had to think about.
Oh, okay.
The Elements.
Log off, Marcus.
Yeah, why is Marcus still awake? Go to sleep, motherfucker.
So, go ahead.
How did we get over here? What the fuck? What are we talking about?
We
roll with it. Spend a little dough with it.
We came half-ass prepared.
I thought people had watched that doc that we were going to talk about, but nobody.
Yeah, we were supposed to watch the Kanye documentary and then come back and talk about it. We could do that next week though, because I think they should release the second one soon, so it'll be.
No, the second one came out. By that point, the third one have been out. So
okay.
What streaming platform is that on?
Netflix.
Oh, Netflix is that? Okay.
But real quick, they actually had been. So y'all remember the Through the Wire video where they had all the pictures and footage? The reason being is that somehow a guy named Cootie, who was actually he used to be a stand-up comedian, was on Comic View and everything. He fell out of love with it, and he just picked up a camera, started filming stuff, and he ended up meeting Kanye and started just saying, "Huh, this guy's interesting." Started filming him. It became a thing, and was filming him for all these years, and that's how they got that footage. It's wild how that happened.
Yo,
they were like, "Why the fuck are you filming this guy?" And look who he became.
That's man.
This is how much Netflix doesn't give a shit about people that don't like the footage that they put out. They got Dave Chappelle doing like 5 shows for them, and they know he had all that controversy with his last stand-up
because they know he's still gonna bring in money.
But you know what's crazy about his? Real quick, every time I've seen interviews with like comedians, or not comedians, with like LGBTQ people about the Dave Chappelle thing, none of them have been offended. That what drives me up.
Not really.
It's like, who are these people playing offended? Yeah, not saying they aren't out there, but I find that very interesting. Real quick,
they exist. It's just
I know they do, but it's kind of like, okay, there's a lot of shit I don't like, but I don't go in a tirade about it on the internet.
It's
well, you have better things to do, so like I don't know.
I do. I don't. Joe Rogan and the nigga thing drives me up the wall, but I ain't tweet about it either.
They gave him
because it's been there, but then hearing more of him talk about it, I'm like, yo, that is a bit much.
Yo, that dude, man. Like that should be a touchy issue, not just because he's white, but because he's a white motherfucker from Boston who in stand-up, let me say in stand-up, you were raised around black motherfuckers because Dave Chappelle know you. Motherfucker, you was on the Fear Factor on the Dave Chappelle show. Like,
oh shit, I forgot about that.
You know what I mean?
But remember now, he was just quoting stuff. So
it doesn't matter, man.
I know that, man.
Overruled.
And you know what? And that's what. And I've seen this happen. There's a safe space around quoting things that people think they can get away with saying certain shit.
They think.
So
they think because it'd be like, Brian, I don't say this, but I just want to, I want to quote the comedian I heard last night, and they'll say it and let the N-word rip, and you got to tell them that shit ain't still ain't
say it all the time. So I'm just quoting the lyric.
Like, fuck Izzo, help me out. Who helped write Half Baked?
Oh, Neil Brennan.
Neil Brennan, thank you. So he says it.
He does. He even talks about it in his stand-up. He's just like, he sat around. He's like, everybody's throwing the N-word around. Around him. It's been like all.
Why does he get a pass and Joe Rogan don't? I don't know. But
Joe Rogan doesn't keep the same amount of black people around. I know that sounds fucked up, but it is the truth.
I mean,
Neil Brennan's best friends are mostly black. While
you're hearing Izzo say
it's very Hollywood.
Nick, I'm not saying it's right.
Right.
But you're hearing Izzo. But at the same time,
it doesn't make it any better. But it's never offended me when I hear him say it.
Is there a black man in the room? Is there a black man in the room when Joe's saying it?
That's a very valid point.
Kanye doesn't
Ryan, that is a very valid point.
Good fucking point. He didn't say about Donnell Rollins or Chappelle when they was on the show. Good fucking point.
Yeah. See?
Yeah. I'm not saying it gives it validity, and I'm not saying it gives you a free pass, but it does kind of add a little extra ER to the end of it if there's no black people in the room.
I cannot.
And he knows what he's doing.
Why is that even a subject if there are no black people in the room? Yeah. Okay, what are you trying to get across?
If you just quote it around a black person. If you just quoting it.
What did Delroy Lindo say?
Say it.
Yeah, I'll say it with you.
I'll say it with you.
My God. You want to talk about a white dude shitting his pants on fucking live TV? I'll say it with you.
That's fake. And I was hoping he didn't say it. I was like, man, I ain't trying to see your face pounded in a day.
I didn't say I wanted to say it.
I'm hearing that was a skit. You saying that's a real thing. Because I heard y'all talk about this before.
I thought it was a skit too. But then
tell me about it. What is it now? Hey,
the whole thing with Delroy Lindo on the news special. The guy said, you're everywhere when rappers are saying the N-word. And the dude was like, say it. So
there's no way. There's no way that was.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Delroy Lindo's eyes were like,
yeah. Oh no,
they were like, try me.
No. Right. You have your.
Oh, it is from a show. It's from
Comedy Eyes.
Called The Good Fight.
Okay.
Was that
I'll put it in the chat.
Bill.
Actually, I'll put it in the Facebook chat.
I forget what it was, but no, his when you look at somebody's eyes and they go from funny to loving to fucking I'm gonna kill you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, go ahead, say it. I'll say it with you.
Yeah, it's from a CBS show.
There was no way.
Great.
There's no way that was a skit.
Yeah.
Because even Richard Pryor, when he did that shit with Chevy Chase, and they was like going back and forth like jigaboo, and he said cracker.
Oh, that was the SNL thing.
And he said dead cracker.
Yeah.
Richard Pryor wasn't playing. He was joke, but it was within the character, but he wasn't joking. So
yeah. Well, go ahead, Rich. What were you about to say?
No, I was gonna say because y'all talking about Netflix and them still giving people money to do stuff because they don't care. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's that Netflix doesn't care. I think Netflix has enough data to support the decision that they're making. That's it. Yeah. They have like how many millions of hours of television have been watched, and they're like, you know what? We're gonna put this out because our algorithm has already told us that you're going to watch it anyway. And you're gonna keep.
Yeah, they're gonna watch. Going. They're gonna watch anything Dave Chappelle puts out. They're just gonna watch.
So what I'm asking
that's why they have 4 specials coming out now.
So you're saying that's enough money for them not to care?
Correct.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well they don't care. It's the same thing.
Yeah,
you
right.
You and Brian was saying the same shit like 2 days ago. Y'all saying the same thing.
That was different. That was different.
Wow. Rich, it's okay to tell another guy he's right.
No.
Brian, you were right.
That was different.
Rich would never tell me. Rich would never tell me I'm right.
Stay with me.
I love when Brian says, "Rich, let me have this one." That shit
there have been moments. I don't remember it, but there have been.
Dang.
Rich would never let me be right. Never.
Rich, and I remember saying, I feel like I'm literally saying the same thing both of you are saying.
I can't remember what our conversation was about.
Brian, I'm the proxy for Rich. You're
what was that conversation about? That's what we trying to figure out.
It was about rich people, basically, is what it comes down to, and like the power and control that they have.
Oh yeah, that was a good conversation we had.
That was a good debate. That was a good debate.
I think I said something to the effect of I think the people as a whole.
Don't fuck it up.
What did I say? We're too far gone.
We're too far gone. Yes.
Oh, power.
Yeah.
We're too far gone to do anything worthwhile for the world or people in the world. Everything is corrupted and controlled by the rich and wealthy and elite.
Not me personally.
There are things that we can do to make our lives better, but it would take money out of the pockets of the elite, and I don't think we'll do it.
I think we started with pharmaceuticals at that point.
Yeah, that's what it was. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I was like, I mean, I agree with the premise, but it was the standpoint of that we don't have any control, and I think we still do. It's just that we aren't going to do what is necessary, right? At the end. And
I think that's probably where we kind of veered off. Like I don't think we have any control over it.
That's why I say we weren't saying the same thing, because you're saying we do not have the power.
Okay,
that's correct. You were saying that we do not have any control. I was saying we do, but it's just that we aren't willing to do what's necessary.
Lazy, right? Yeah,
that's all I was saying.
In order for us to get any kind of control, we would literally have to burn it down.
I wouldn't say that,
because if any step towards control, nonviolent, is going to be met swiftly and violently by the rich and by the powerful.
Not if you have the numbers, and that's where people have to realize.
That's what I'm saying.
Does not matter your race. You still need allies.
Mm-hmm.
The revolution, regardless of what revolution, is going to need allies. Hey, Julio.
Hey,
but no, regardless of
you saying as long as we have the numbers, and what are the numbers going to do?
So if I'm selling toilet paper and you decide to wipe your ass with corn on the cob again, like the fucking settlers, guess what? It's going to take however many people to start wiping their ass with corn on the cob, and these fucking tissue paper people are going to be like, well, fuck, I guess we got to start selling corn on the fucking cob.
Right. We got to start playing farms.
Yeah. I'm drunk, so I had to kindergarten it
down. No. But he's
no.
Right.
You made a perfect example.
No. That's actually a really good example. See, I just said Sosa was right. See, there you go.
Appreciate it. but that's what I mean. Like, so think of movies that have been set in the future where it's like arcade. I mean, the anarchy's going on and whatever. You have the masses going against a small number, and somehow in the movies it doesn't matter.
All right, you know what? Here is a movie that basically sums up your point. Star Wars. Okay. You literally have the Empire, an industrial complex, military complex that is literally provided power over basically the galaxy, and you have literally a team of rebels,
right,
to fight against them, and the
scattered
rebels that come around and actually bring forces together to take the Empire down. I mean,
hey Robin, by the way,
that's basically the entire.
You're thinking that we can get groups of people to agree on one thing and fight for the same cause. I think we're way too gone for that.
I disagree.
On one hand, I get it because we have certain movements.
Our behavior shown otherwise. Yes. So yes, I can say that.
But that's why with Brian, I'm with everybody. I'm saying, let's say we have a movement, just any movement, and it's just certain people who are the core people. We're still going to need allies.
Right. You can't do it all by yourself.
You know what I mean? You can't do it by yourself.
You can't.
So let's take California. Mexicans wanted to take it back. If Mexicans got other people to say, hey, this should actually be part of Mexico, it probably could have fucking happened. It's very, very slim chance. But let's just say you couldn't just be Mexicans. Matter of fact, it couldn't just be Hispanics. There had to be other people involved, white people, black people, etc., who said, okay, let's re-annex this back to fucking Mexico. Of course, that's never going to happen. It's just an example. It's a far-fetched example, but it's an example.
I got you. But see, my thing is I'm kind of playing devil's advocate just to start this conversation here. But see, once you start doing something like, okay, so we're gonna annex Mexico. I mean, California back to Mexico. We got these groups of people that want to help us. What's gonna happen is this group of people are going to start splitting, and they're going to want South California. They're going to want the black part of California. What part do we get in order to help you? And then now you got this whole internal struggle for the people that's supposed to be our allies fighting each other, because we can't get a group of people to agree.
That's conquer and divide. That's all it's been through all history.
But that's exactly what I'm going around and saying, is that the strategic element to do what is necessary to get to that point. People don't want to do it because what it is like, well, I have to propose something, and then it has to be, well, what's in it for me? Well, at the time, maybe it's not for you at that moment. Get from this point to this point to have a milestone that you can say, okay, we are now here, and then be able to carry it forward from there. But instead, what happens, to your point, is that it winds up being like, oh, you start a movement, it's all going great until someone else throws a new agenda in there. And, from a project perspective, we call it scope creep, right? Because then it becomes something else. And it changes just a little bit. But then as like a snowball, you add a little bit over time, it becomes this other thing that you really don't even recognize.
You just explained the fucking the Mexican civil rights movement. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
What's wrong with that? We wouldn't have known. That's why we got quiet.
We got quiet because we were listening to you.
Yeah. So the Mexican Civil Rights Movement, Cesar Chavez, he wanted to give Mexicans in California a voice because they didn't have one. Coincidentally, is around during the time when Martin Luther King's voice was loud. He reached out. Martin Luther King was receptive. Said, "Well, let's talk." And he gave him ideas on how to expand the Mexican civil rights movement.
Yeah,
because it's documented. Chavez and MLK like work together. Like, this is how we can do it for me, because obviously the African American civil rights movement was on its way. They were still kind of. So when the Mexicans got on their way, now they want to. What Brian said. Now they want to be like, "Oh, you motherfuckers, Northerners. We're Southerners. What does that mean? The Northerners were farmers, North California. The Southerners were all urban. So when it got to the jails and prisons, and it was like, well, we don't give a fuck about you. Well, we don't give a fuck about you either. So that's where
that's where
because the LA, like all the big cities, was like, yo, what's up? And they considered the Sacramento and up north like farmers.
Right.
It's the same fucking people.
Yep.
But somebody got in there and was like, yeah, they're not as good as you, even though they're Mexican, even though they're Chicos, yada, yada, yada. And that's where everything was splintered. So to Brian's point, it happens.
Yeah.
It happens. Native American history, you see it. You see it in Black history. You see it. Go to South America. You see it in every fucking country where we was trying to establish independence from Spain. You see it. Or fucking Brazil with fucking Portugal. You see it. It just, I get it, Brian, but that's where people need to realize because you're going to have infighting, you need outside allies.
So, yeah. And then what you got to realize too, that when you start these movements, what you are in essence asking people to do is you're going up to people and say, hey, I'm starting a business, but you got to work for free for 6 months.
Shit.
Nobody's going to do that. Even though the profits are going to come 6 months down the line, nobody's going to do that.
It's not. Again, you think it's that nobody's going to do it, or is nobody?
I wouldn't. It's more. I wouldn't even say it's nobody, but it's like the proverbial nobody, right?
Yeah.
It's of course there's a chance, right? But it's
I can kind of do it. I'm unemployed.
Yeah. But again, but to the point I was making, it's like to do what is necessary for that time. That is what is necessary to get you to the next point. Most people, just to be honest, we just don't want to do what's necessary to get to that next level.
Yeah.
Do you want to be as intense as Nat Turner? Some people don't.
Keep in mind,
right?
Keep in mind, they ate Nat Turner at the end. So
they did what?
You didn't hear? They ate Nat Turner.
Wait, I don't know.
Weirdo shit is.
Hey, I'm gonna go to Ask Jeeves.
What? Going in your time machine as well?
They disemboweled him.
They
disemboweled him. They boiled his body. They made things out of his skin, and they ate the meat.
I did not. Were these Native Americans?
No, these were white folk.
White people.
I'm gonna have to get the Smithsonian on that.
I did not catch that last part. So forgive my ignorance.
Yeah, because
everybody. God damn, Brian. Thanks for fucking up the fucking
shit.
Yeah. God.
Sorry,
man, Brian pulled the market.
Good night, everybody.
Oh man, anybody got any shotgun topics? Anything they want to talk about?
Jesus Christ, man.
Oh man.
I can't think of any now.
I got kind of one that's still bothering me, especially since Russia's acting an ass right now.
Mm-hmm.
So they got a 15-year-old figure skater who was great, but she got caught with a cocktail of fucking banned drugs in her system, and she was allowed to participate. And I am not defending Shari at all, but why was she not allowed to participate for fucking weed? From what I understand, away, yada 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 yada.
I'm not defending the girl that had the drugs in her system, but from what I understand, stop, Nick. From what I understand, she had a heart condition.
What? I was just waving.
Okay, so heart condition. So you're at a job. Olympics is your job. Let's just put it in fucking layman's terms. You're at a job. We have a drug test. Do you have anything that you need to proclamate? I forget. I'm not right now. But do anything you have to claim? Tell us. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have a prescription for whatever. Okay. The research says, well, you might pop hot for something close to methamphetamines or whatever, or whatever thins your blood or whatever. Mm-hmm. Okay. Why didn't they do that? If she has a heart condition, it should be documented on her medical records prior to joining the Olympic team. I feel like
it should be.
That's something that everybody does. I
don't know. I can't defend it. Yeah.
No, I'm asking the question.
Yeah. It's a valid one. So I don't know.
The girl before all of that other stuff, apparently she has the leaping ability of a fucking gazelle. So she doesn't need none of this shit. So what's going on? What the fuck? If it's a heart condition, well, great. She can still leap like a gazelle without this shit. Great. But why wasn't this? What the fuck, man? Yeah, thank you, Nick. Okay, Nick. Sustained, but whatever.
Shut the fuck up.
What? I didn't shut up.
I said sustained, motherfucker. I didn't say overruled. I'm on your side. This motherfucker forgot his profession already. He drunk.
So if I'm saying something, I got an elementary school lawyer question. So if I'm saying something and it's right, and the judge thinks I'm right, what? And the guy says I object, and the judge says sustained. Does that mean my thing is valid?
Yes.
Yeah.
You're saying he's telling the other person STFU.
Yeah.
Yes. Sosa. Yes. What Sosa said.
Right. What the fuck, man? Why are you looking at me like that? I was on your side, motherfucker. Oh, you were surprised I was on your side? Go in.
He was just as surprised as you.
No one wants a lawyer till you need one.
Whenever Rich says I'm right, I was like, "What? For real?"
You're right, Nick. You're right. I'm gonna slip you a couple fucking $100 bills and yeah, get me off.
Oh,
wait, off the chart. God damn it! Now I'm fucking hemmed up for solicitation.
Pause, granddad. I'm gonna give you a couple $100. You can get me off. Pause, granddad.
This is the part of the show.
Hey, y'all have a good night.
And on that note, Brian, might as well wrap us up.
We appreciate y'all joining us.
Hey, wrap that gavel up, Pete.
I'll see y'all next Thursday. We kept a good bit of people in here tonight. We'll see y'all next Thursday. Thank you so much for joining the company and allowing us to keep you company. Holla at y'all. Peace.
Get the fuck out of